It's been a while since I'm away. I am feeling lost. I'm gonna be 23 this year. There is a lot of uncertainty because I don't know where to go. You might know that my eyesight is very bad. I do worry about this, yeah, and do get depressed a lot when it comes to this one. If not all, but often it does boil down to my action. I didn't take good care of myself, not just my eyes, but my body, my in and out, my mental health, spiritual health, my physical health. I I'm doing it poorly. I could say that compared to back then, I take good care. I take better care of myself. It's not the best that I want, but I think I would say, yeah, it is better than before. Yeah, this video I want to talk about gratitude. I want to be grateful for the things that I have. I want to be grateful for my family. They care for me a lot. You know, like for my health, they will care if I have enough food, drinks, if I get enough sleep, if I'm ill or not. Stuff like that. Also, for supporting me, like financial life. I think always have this idea that if I grow up, I'm 18 plus, then I need to rely on my own. I need to feed myself. I need to move out and all that stuff. But I guess it's just life now is just not the same as it used to be. I remember chicken rice used to be 5 ringgit. I think if you convert to USD, it's like $1. Now it's like 8 or 9. Everything seems very expensive nowadays. And I think the worst feeling is like if I like something, right? If I really love something, maybe it's like a childhood thing. When I grow up, not only the price is high, is more expensive now, but the quality actually become worse. Maybe if I buy cookie, right? The size of the cookie is lesser, and it's not as sweet as it used to be, stuff like that. Maybe it's like a one small thing, but then combined with everything else, it's just a lot. Even my parents says that like in our generation may have a harder life because of inflation and all that stuff. So I want to be grateful because I can live here freely. I get to eat, sleep, drinks, and all that stuff. Yeah, even though I haven't find a job yet. I think that's the one of concern as well. Why do I feel lost is because of this as well. Because what if I cannot find a job? Oh my god. And I haven't really tried a lot of company. I think it's because one reason is because I try to find places that's nearer because I don't have a car and to move out alone. So I'm currently in this situation as well that I'm not ready to move out. I'm trying to think of a way as in like when it's time then it will come, right? And it's not to wait for that thing to come to me like under in front of my feet. It's more like I guess I what I mean is like I can sense it if there's an opportunity, and then right now it's either my choice to do it or not. But then in my life, in my past experience, there's a lot of things where the timing is not right just yet. And then so the more I struggle, the more I try to chase for that thing and crave for that thing, then I struggle a lot more. It affects my well-being, and it affects the fact that I will constantly live ahead of time instead of being in the present moment. And so that's what I want to do. And I think for me, I've been living in this survival mode for too long. Uh, yeah. So I mean, it is hard, right? I mean, not talking for not to compare us. I think the best thing is not to compare because I think it's like I could compare someone that is more misfortune, but I can also compare with someone that lives a better or richer life than me, right? So I think it's about having the gratitude of where I am. Recently, I also been thinking, mm, maybe it's part of God's plan that where I am right now, it's it's like part of nature, part of the universe, part of the God, the Most High, and wherever I am right now. maybe it's where I need to be. Because like I said, I always been chasing or craving for something. And I think throughout my growth, struggle a lot. Even if I get to a point that I thought I want, and even if I get something that I thought I really need, and then when I get it, and I was just, you know, either the happiness just goes away so fast, or I don't feel happy at all. I just feel unsatisfied, and I feel like it's not enough. I'm like never grateful, never satisfied for the things that I have. So a bit extreme of what I talk, because I notice how I phrase things sometimes is just like it's black or white, right? So that's what for example, if I use the word always, it's like every time to me, but then that's not the truth. That's something I want to learn as well. Seeing things as they are, that life is not black and white, and there's a lot of gray area, and it remind me of the art I make, real life. It's like wow. It almost like a time travel or something, because when I first made gray life, it never crossed my mind to make something like I never really, I guess I never really have all the concept idea and all that stuff. I just go with it. Oh, gray, I like gray, why not go gray color? Then I want a gray color. And then a lot of philosophy and ideas that is applied into this concept of gray light is all afterthought. It's kind of I guess it's, you can say, unique. Yeah, I can say unique, I guess, because for example, people make a project. Normally they would think of all the ideas first, right? Brainstorm all this and that, and then they go with the pipeline, and then only they come with the outcome. But then I go with the outcome first, and only I add the idea, which I think is something interesting, because then I can always have more and more ideas to it, then rather than just one. But I think that's not the point as well, for to have one or have many ideas, because even if people do think, then create, they always add more idea, I guess. So I just feel like in my situation where I have this type of creative style, it's just, yeah, something unique. There's like pros and cons, but I think what's more important is I aware of it. And I think if I could learn from something else, if I'm willing to learn from my weakness, then I can have a better understanding of myself and things. I just want to be grateful as well for my friends, because they spend time with me. And I think as I grow older, people come and go. And I think especially like high school or like college, as soon as I graduated, most people just I didn't keep in touch with. At least it feels strange, and unfamiliar after we graduated. So I only have one or two like that we still talk a lot. And then another thing is like my first job after I left my first workplace, and then I still have friends. I still have friends that I hang out a lot, and they spread wisdom to me, and I'm really grateful. If you're watching, you know who you are. So I want to be grateful for that, because I think I don't really have too much friends when I was younger, uh, like close friends, not too much. And I remember when back then I would always, not always, sorry, often be alone, because I didn't feel like I fit into anyone. So I would just be alone, and then people would have boycott me or like hate on me, make fun of me, stuff like that. And then as I grow older, I feel like I haven't been able to grow from these traumas and all that. So I have this fear and guard up with me when I meet new friends. I would worry if they're gonna hate me or abandon me. So that's one thing as well for my growth. And I'm really grateful, because now that I grow older, there's people that I met has more wisdom and kinder, more mature, I remember I went out with my friends last time. I wasn't even prepared mentally for everything, but I'm just like, I can trust them, you know. And then it was great. We went to the mall, we walk around, we eat. I eat like 3 times that day, and then it was nice. And then we were suddenly have a plan to go to another mall, and I feel like it's usually not my style because if I want to do, if I plan to do this thing, I'm gonna do this thing only, right? I'm not flexible. I'm not very good at adapting new things, so I just went with it, and it was nice, except for my leg, so fucking tired. But other than that, it was very nice, and we talk a lot. I talk the most, I guess, and I just share about my past and my experience, my thinking, and my friend was being very kind and considerate to me, and will share wisdom with to me as well. And I want to be grateful for the internet in a way, because of the all the memes, all the silly videos, and I have a lot of fun watching them. I think it's like I probably spend too much. I mean, I did spend too much time sometimes, because I notice how I do things in a very extreme way. I would either play too much, or I would work too much, or I will sleep too much. I try to go with the flow and make changes slowly. I want to be grateful for the time that I have for now. I think there will always be inadequacy. Yeah, life is not gonna be perfect the way you want. And I might have, maybe I have a job right now, then I have lesser time, and I make more money. And right now I don't have a job, so I have more time for myself, and I don't make money and stuff like that. Like maybe it's just really learn to let go of the control. I don't control the outcome of things, and I don't control the things that is external. The only control that I have is my action. To be honest, I'm quite I quite kind of sucks at this. Self control and self discipline. Yes, I'm really bad at this. And notice how I often trying to control the things that is outside of me. Because I guess if I can control the things outside of me, then I won't have to worry, right? So that's why it's linked to this survival mode that I feel like as soon as this threat is still here, I'm just gonna not feel peace. I'm still gonna worry. What if it happens? All that stuff. But the truth is, things can happen anytime, right? I mean, I could break my leg right now by accident, or maybe UFO could come any moment. It's a weird thing. Is that sometimes I feel like the things that is actually happening is not as terrifying as how I think of it, and maybe because I am too get caught off with my past experience that I when I how I handle things, I would just look at them a certain way because it's happened so many times, and then I will look at maybe like the worst outcome, but it didn't bring me any comfort. It only makes me feel more depressed and anxious before things happen. And I feel like for such a long time, like I said, I chase for things, right? I'm at one point, and then I chase for another thing, and then I chase for another thing, in hope of feeling peace and happy again, but I just didn't, I guess. For example, I remember when I was younger, I would think about, oh, what should I do? When I grow up, should I be an artist? And there's so much stigma and gatekeeping that artist is like useless job, can't make you money, can't make you successful, stuff like that. Then I'm going to grow up, worry about if I can, you know, get a good grade, what major should I get, and then when I finish school, uh, should I study at college, what kind of course I want to take. Took me like 1 year or something to find my what I like. And then I worry about, should I be a Lycom artist, or should I be a motion graphic artist? And it's just like this endless, worrying about something, right? It's like in my mind, I'm just emphasizing and just making this thing such a the biggest issue, right? Then as soon as this issue is gone, then suddenly, woo, I feel peace for I don't know how long, and then another problem come, oh, and then it's just like endlessly on this trying to survive and yeah, trying to survive and just block all the dangers. But yeah, despite I have a lot of poor self-control and other stuff, but I would want to say that to myself, and if I'm watching in the future, that I really changed a lot, and maybe not on this part, like my routine and habit. Yeah, that still sucks. It's like a very messed up lifestyle, and but there are things that I change. Is that my feel like my spiritual being, in a way, and a little bit of a mental health. I think it's quite common for people to look at like status, look at like if you are famous, successful, rich, and all that stuff. It's just my assumption, but yeah, I feel like it is quite common. People look at that more, right, than mental and spiritual health. And I want to be my own parent, I want to reparent myself. I want to be my own supporter. I want to stand up for myself. I want to be there to comfort myself the way I wish to be comforted. Yeah, maybe I do know myself the best in some way, right? Because despite I still feel lost and all that stuff, I feel like, who am I really? But in some way, I could be the one that comfort myself. And I mean, I can still find people to seek comfort from people, but I can also be my own comfort, you know. Because I think for such a long time, I feel like always I feel like I often rely on people for their comfort, and I rely on sharing with others to feel good temporarily, and then as soon as the problem come, or if the feelings and the thinking start to getting anxiety provoking, then I feel like I need to share again. Then I feel like I hardly sit through quietly, like meditate with the problem that is existing right now, and really like embracing and accepting it. And I feel like this is something I did change, not entirely, and I'm not doing like the greatest job, but I did say I learned to do that, uh, be my own comfort and meditate on that. It is painful a lot of time meditating it, but I think it's a process of growing. And yeah, I just want to be grateful that I can see another day. Even oftentimes I feel like it's tiring facing the same issue, having the certain problem on my health, maybe my skin, uh, and then my eyes, my nose, I just want to be grateful for what I have and what I don't have. Life is can be hard, and I'm really grateful that I'm still alive until today. This I'm giving so much chance that I neglected a lot, and I think change just doesn't come overnight, but to try my best, Sometimes it's not my best, but at least I try to, you know, make changes, even if it's small. I think that's better than nothing, because I don't want to keep living the rest of my life thinking very extreme way, one or every 0 or 100, and just downplay all my improvement. So yeah, if you're watching until here, thank you for watching. And I don't make those quick and snappy video, and it's probably not very entertaining to watch for most people, I guess. But I just want to thank you for watching until now. And this video is also, I think all this video is also a documentary for myself, for my growth. And I just want to thank you for watching until here. And I want to thank me for sharing until here. And what else do I want to say? Uh, yeah, I just want to say take care, and can we get 69 subscribers? And I will see you next time, yeah.